Hey everybody, it's Rara and welcome to the next episode of Satisfactory. In the last one, we made quartz products among a couple other things. We bought like a boombox and a cup. This cup, in fact. Wait, I'm not holding it. This boombox. And this, the coffee cup. And in this one, we're going to grab, I don't know, 8 stacks of each of these. Can I even hold that much? I can. I can hold exactly that much. And then we're just going to go back to base and see what we can do with all this silicon quartz crystals. As you can see, we have a lot of these now since we're making 200 a minute. And we could have done higher or, more for each, but I didn't want to overclock the thing. And we were working with some weird numbers. Those are the first recipes which weren't exactly like the greatest numbers to work with. And as we get further into the game, you'll see there's a lot of really wonky numbers that are really difficult to build with. So while the early game is fun because it's like, oh yeah, 30 a minute of this, that's so easy. 30 a minute makes 30 a minute. That's super nice. You're gonna be scratching your head with some of these later recipes, which is like, oh yeah, 22.75 of these makes 13.6248 of those. And you're like, I want to stop playing now. Oh, I sucked in my butt there. I clenched my booty cheeks. That was not fun. That was not a good feeling. Oh, look at that, we're full up on pipes. How are we doing for the beams? You know what? I expected worse. That's actually pretty good. We got a lot of tier 3 belts that we can make now. That's pog. Let's make like a temporary storage box so we can store all of these quartz things though. I think right about here should do. Let's do like a small container since we don't need to store that many things. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. And then we're going to take out the rest of our tickets and buy some fun stuff. I hope we have enough for all the things that we want. All right, I need iron plates. I'm going to restock on all my items really quick. Look at the moving modular frames, all the cubes. God, I love cubes. They're so satisfying. All right, I have resupplied. We are good to go. So, like I said, let's build the awesome shop and see what we can do. Now, honestly, there's a whole myriad of things that we could buy, but as you probably know, I really want the windowed walls, the steel frame windows, and the, where is it? Yeah, the bundle, this display sign bundle. Maybe even the label sign bundle. I mean, I want all of these, okay? Now, let's just put all of them in the thing and let's try to get 26 tickets. We have 11. How are we gonna get 15 more tickets? Well, if you remember from a few episodes ago when we, or however long that was, I actually forget, when we were doing the awesome sync stuff, I am just gonna go upstairs and place the awesome sync up there. Because we might want to sync some of these things that we have in excess of, I don't know. We'll just place it like here for now. I'll connect it up to power, wherever the hell I could do that. Was there a pole up here? I don't think so. I guess we'll just put a pole up here then. Just temporarily. Connected to that. As you can see with the new quartz build we have, we're pushing our max consumption to over 400 right now, which isn't super pog. But our capacity is still 620, so we're not hurting too bad. And really it's 600, that last 20 is our little biomass buffer, remember that? So let's see, 65,000 points till the next coupon, or we could send in DNA capsules. I want to do that. So what we'll do is we'll set up a little storage container right here that is just exporting thingies into it. Oh Jesus, no, let me out. Oh nice, we could squeeze through there. And we'll just use a Mark 1 belt like that. And I will go and see if we can convert some stuff, because I hear that DNA capsules are a pretty good way to get tickets these days. So let's just test that. We'll get a bunch of our remains here. And just start converting them into capsules. Or, protein and then capsules, but you get the gist. Alright, so I went until I had about 10 of each. And that gives us 37 alien protein, which will allow us to make 37 alien DNA capsules. So we just convert those. Alright, and with these 37 capsules, let's just go and find out how many points we get per capsule. We just go into the storage chest, plop them in right there. Alright, here we go. I'll just be watching the awesome sync. Oh, what? Oh, wow, okay. So the first few gave a 1 per. Now it's 2 per, now it's 3 per. Okay, okay, I see how this works. So it's 1,000 points per capsule. We'll be able to get a few coupons. We're up to 4 per now, though. We're gonna run out eventually. 10. We only needed what, like 25? Oh. Oh no. I don't think we'll be able to get enough. We'll be able to get 13, I believe. Yes, 13 with almost enough for 14, but that's 24 tickets. And please don't tell me we needed like 25. Hold on. Bro, 26. 26. Oh man, that's rough. Okay, 2 more tickets. Let's just go make some more DNA capsules. Plop them in. And if I did the math right, and I hope I did, that should give me 2 tickets. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna get 2 tickets. Let's go. Let's go. 26 tickets! And we're gonna use every single one that we have for this current moment, but that's okay. Because I'm getting the stuff that I want. Oh, we gotta check on Lil R this episode. Hey, Purple Power Slug? No, but he brought hog remains, which is slightly useful. Thank you, man. It isn't a useless like ore again. Okay. Give me the good. We're getting the windowed walls bundle, steel frame windows, display every kind of sign. Buy all. Beep boop boop. I want to get lights too, but we need what? Advanced steel production and Quickwire unlocked. Okay, we have the other things for these, so we just need Quickwire. Okay, but if you open up your inventory in the organization section, you have all these new signs that we can now place down using the quartz crystals, as well as encased industrial beams and some other thing we haven't built yet. Oh god, we can't build this big one yet, but look at this. It's huge. It's just like a freaking monitor that you can place down. And if I go over here, delete that, grab quartz crystals and silica from here, put it into my inventory, then you can see what signs do. These little label signs are kind of small, but they come in different sizes. So there's the 2 meter and the 3 meter. And the 4 meter. So they all start off saying shenanigans, but if you go press E on them, you can edit them to change the text color to, I don't know, purple with a background of white. That's kind of, I was gonna say ugly, but it's not that ugly. That could be worse. So you can change the background color and the text color. Text background, pretty simple. The icon can be changed to pretty much any icon in the game. Even for stuff that you haven't seen yet, including event items like the Christmas stuff, and we'll get into that when, I guess, Christmas comes around, which shouldn't be too far IRL, I guess. But yeah, you can't make anything from the candy cane to the rockets here, except for the, the cyber wagon, unless the Christmas event is happening. So we will cover that while Christmas comes around. But Christmas is once a year, and the event lasts like 2 or 3 weeks roughly. So you have plenty of time to finish the event, but you really have to. You got to work for it. You definitely got to set up your factories, and you got to work for it. But like I said, we'll cover Christmas when it comes. It's the only event, and they have done Fixmas 3 years in a row now. So I don't expect them to add any new events this year, especially since 2023 is already basically coming to a close, with it being, September already and stuff. But who knows? Maybe they'll do something else. Maybe they'll do a Halloween event this year. I highly doubt it, but we will see. But besides the parts, there's also, you can just make it any building, which includes every single kind of ramp, pipe, thing, and even some spoilery stuff that we haven't seen yet. Like, it just shows you everything here. You could go to equipment, so that you could make a sign that's like, oh, we're storing mushrooms right here, so don't come here. Wait, why didn't it change to the mushroom thing? Did I not save? Select image. There we go. Now there's a thing a thing you don't know what that is yet. Heavy oil residue. This present is also from the Christmas event, by the way. There's the other tab, which has different emotes for your Pioneer, as well as, different icons. Christmas icons as well. Now, I don't know if you actually have to unlock the Christmas icons. I don't know if they're unlocked throughout like your whole save file. I have 100% of the Christmas event, several times now. So I'm not missing anything on like my main save at least. But I might have other stuff unlocked here just from having done that once before. Under the monochrome, you have just like little, generic factory icons. And then for backgrounds, you actually have some cool stuff. Now, most of these are kind of, animated, and they can like change little aspects about your signs. So we'll just go here to like the 4 meter, right? And we'll change the icon to like this one. Oh, and that just adds like the little icon right there. But if we go to the different layout settings, oh Jesus, we can kind of change how the things are oriented around with the sign. If you just want the words with no icons, you can do that. If you want a mixture of the two with like animated stuff, you can do that. We'll change this to say like your mom. And then over here you can change the emission strength, so you can turn that off if you want the sign to be basically like off and not bright at all. And there is 1, emission strength 2, which is definitely a bit brighter, but it's harder to tell when the white one is just glowing in your face compared to like the black background. But you know, we'll set the white one to emission 3, and then yeah. So it's a little blinding, just a little bit. I rarely ever use 3. Because it's just way too bright. You can't see like anything on the actual sign. The only usefulness I see for 3 is just like if you want like a bright beacon in the darkness. Other than that, I don't really know why you would use 3. Even 2 can be a bit too bright sometimes, as you can tell. A lot of the times I just keep it on 1. I think 1 is perfectly fine for a lot of situations. But we'll delete these and I will show you the display signs. Display signs are a bit bigger, but they're, you know, these are used to display graphics instead of, you know, words for the most part. There's also the portrait sign and the square signs. And the square signs are, well, they come in the 0.5 meter sign, the 1 meter, and the 2 meter. So as you can already start to tell, there's a lot of variety for what you can do. We haven't even gotten to the billboards yet, but those require these items called crystal oscillators, which we definitely cannot make yet. And these signs also act the same, but like I said, there's more space, so you can have like bigger pictures and like pictures that actually do things, including animated backgrounds. So if you go to the background section here, and we need to put on like this one called wave, right? Okay, so the reason it's just displaying the this and the words is because of the element settings. We have it so that it's just that with the words and the picture. You can have it so it looks like this, or like that, or just a word, or just a picture. It should have the background that we want though, with like the wave thing. I don't know why it's not working. Oh, that won't allow me to put a background on. I don't know why the other ones aren't working so well. Is it the kind of background that I chose? The vertical gradient, is that just like not a working background right now? No, it's weird. This one, the tall one, the portrait sign doesn't seem to want to put a background on it for some reason. Yeah, this one doesn't animate things. I don't know, but there's a lot of customizable options for each of these. Not all of them do animated backgrounds, but this one will. What is this one called? This is the display sign. I guess that makes sense. I don't know what the criteria is for each of the things working the way that they do, but if we go here, we can change this one to the wave and actually show it off this time. And it's like barely moving, but you can kind of see it. It's like a little liquid wave that like moves up and down a little bit. Like I said, like the movement is very small, but it's technically moving. You can have like a gradient like that. I think that's pretty cool looking. Or like this wallpaper one, which is pretty neat. Love that for it. Among a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, signs are super useful for, you know, I use these all over the place in my main save to denote different things like, hey, this is being stored here. Hey, this is how much we're storing of this. They're very useful. But also, if we go over to walls, we now have access to the single window, the frame window, the panel window, reinforced, full frame, and hex frame. Now you may notice on the foundations and the walls, there's those little things up here. You can click on these and set them to no filter, or for fix-it walls. These just filter between the different like materials for walls. So if we had other materials unlocked, we'd be able to have, if we set this to no filter, it would show the basic walls as well as steel walls and the other kinds of walls all in the same thing. But you can set your filter to be whatever wall you want, so you don't have to scrub through all of them at the same time if you don't want to do that. But since we only have one kind of everything, it, you know, filter or not, it doesn't really matter. And for now, I'd like to show off why I want the windows, because yeah, I think you can understand why I want windows. But let's get to the high ground, maybe more on like the sunlight, and then I'll show off each of the window types. So we have the single window. We'll just place one of each, and we'll stop zooping. Yeah, frame and panel. Let's do like a little 3 at a time thing. So regular window, pretty neat. Just a window. The frame window is also nice, but it has like bars. It's kind of segmented into 3 windows. I don't use this one as much as I probably should, but it can be nice. I have seen a lot of cool factories using the frame ones. Then there's the paneled window, which also looks pretty good, but it's probably my least favorite of the 3. I don't know, I just like the big chunky window. But they add a lot of customization and the ability to allow sunlight into the factory, even though you technically have a wall up, so it keeps all the outside baddies, you know, out, but allows for sunlight in case you don't want that just completely underground, like, isolated feel, you know? And you will especially start to feel that, you know, separation from the world if you don't have any, like, proper windows and you're using indoor lighting. That's gonna make you feel like there's, like, what? There's an outside world? I have legitimately felt that on my main save, and it is a weird feeling. Then next up, we have the reinforced window, which is, I use this as a sort of, I only use these windows in very specific locations of my main save factory, and I like to use them for more, like, emergency areas, like, oh, we're going off to do, like, nuclear stuff, or hey, here's a space elevator, do not enter. These seem like, you know, very barricaded, barred up windows, and the aesthetic that I see for them is like, this is for intense stuff. The space elevators, like nuclear products, things that you need to shield people from. That's the vibe that they give me. But you know, you can use them for whatever you want. If you want to use these all over the place, go ahead. I'm gonna skip over full frame for now, go right to hex frame, because I'll get back to those. The hex frames are really cool looking. As you can see, they are hex frames, and yeah, it's just a window that looks like this. Like a lot of rhomboids. Or rhombuses? Rhombusy? Okay, you know what? I should just stop saying words. They're pretty cool. I've definitely used them more than the reinforced ones. I probably use reinforced the least. And then we have full frame, my absolute favorite kind of window. Because it's just a clear frame with like barely, it's just the edges only visible. Other than that though, it's just a clear window. And when you place these next to the other one, the single window, you're probably wondering what the difference is, and the difference is that these have the blocky things. So, you know, the difference here is like switching from a CRT TV to a flat screen. And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna take the flat screen this time. But I can definitely see reasons for both, and they're both pretty clean. Pretty clean. However, you're usually gonna be putting windows side by side, you know, like along the whole width of a factory. So how a window looks is generally not how it looks by itself, but you wanna see how it connects to other windows of its kind. And as you can see, even though the full frame windows are like basically all glass, they still have to connect in the middle. So there is like a little bit of separation. You can't just get like a permanent, like never-ending pane. Like a window pane, but you know, it is what it is, and it's good enough. However, Coffee Stain, if we could somehow like have like a big long pane that connects, you know, different windows together, I would like that. So if we place like 7 full pane windows together, it'd just be like one long glass thing. I would appreciate that. I would appreciate that so much. Maybe as like an alternate option for the full frame window. I don't know, just something to think about. But windows are really cool, and I'm gonna be building them, and you will see. But for now, let's put all of our animal corpses away. I don't want them cluttering the inventory. Thank you very much. And the mycelia too. Oh, and you know what I just thought? I just thought, you know, it's nice that we can use these to make things, window panes and signs, but we haven't checked the MAM in a while. What can we do with these for the MAM? What can we unlock? The fun stuff. Oh, we can actually unlock the ability to make these crystal oscillators, which I said we couldn't make before, which will allow us to make the bigger signs if we want to. Why don't we just unlock that right now? Thank you. Ooh, and what do we have down here? I don't know. We have access to the shatter rebar. If we build a bit more of the regular rebar, I'll do that in a moment. Oh, but we're gonna need a Nobilis and some of those oscillators to get the pulse Nobilis. I don't know if we should be thinking about upgrading our Nobilis when we don't even have the base ones unlocked yet. We get some crystal oscillators, we'll be able to unlock the Explorer, which is like a better truck that's just more for like exploration, I believe. Ooh, and if we get 100 of those crystal oscillators, we'll be able to scan for hard drives. You know, like little crashed ships. This is one of those that isn't like the greatest scannable object ever, because unlike, you know, some animals or like slugs or smaller things, you'll definitely see a crashed ship for the most part, like 9 times out of 10. By the time you can scan these things, you'd already have seen them like a mile away. And lastly, in this tree, we'll be able to get the radar technology, but this won't be unlocked for quite some time, as we're going to need heavy modular frames, which are like modular frames, but let's just say slightly more difficult to make, as well as those other things that's name is eluding me right now, but we also can't make those either. Well, we really should start using sulfur stuff so we can go down the sulfur tree. I might get that set up too in this episode. We'll see. Oh, I can unlock the nutritional processor if I go and get some more pipes. I'll be right back. Time to get the nutritional processor, baby. Or the ability to research it? Yeah, the ability to get to the ability to get it. All right, and to actually get it, we need 10 barrel nuts, 4 pale berries, and 2 bacon. So let's grab that. We have that in spades, so that's pretty simple and cool. We've now completed the nutrients tree as well. In a second here. There we go. And now, if we go into a craft bench of any kind, we can actually craft. I lied to you. If we go into the equipment workshop, we can craft nutritional inhalers, which are the exact same thing as the protein inhalers, just built using a different recipe. These take 5 barrel nuts, 2 pale berries, and 1 bacon. So your limiting factor is most likely going to be bacon or pale berries. We could make a few, so I'll actually craft like, maybe let's take like 4. I'll just craft 4 of them for now. That'll be good. And I haven't heard anybody comment about me showing them what beacons do, so I'm assuming that everybody understands that they're not that important since they're going to be removed and nobody wants to see. And you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, how nutritional inhalers work is that you put them in your hand like this, and if you're ever low, you left click like this, and you go like I said in the other episode, and then you heal up to full. They're very nice. It's the best healing item in the game. Just make as many as you can for when you're exploring. And I'm going to put some away for right now, since we don't really need such advanced healing at any point in the near future. I know it's kind of like blasphemous to waste one, but you know, I had to show it off, okay, for the content. Alright, that's our second tree done. What can we do with mycelia? We could go for the expanded tool belt if we made some fabric. How do I make fabric? Right, use biomass and mycelia. We'll get around to that maybe later. Oh, we can actually build the crystal oscillators already. These require crystals, cables, and reinforced plates. We could make 16. We could make these up to like 50 or maybe even 100. I don't know if there's anything in here that uses them that I really want right now, though, is the thing. We're good on all the quartz stuff for a bit. Oh, but in alien organisms, I think we could complete this tree, actually. If we can make 5 of those, I think we have 5, yeah, we have 7 high-speed connectors. So let's split this up into 2 and 5, take out the 5. And let's see. Under alien organisms, we need 5 of those and 15. So 5 oscillators and 15 proteins. I'll try to get that. Okay, we're crafting 5 crystal oscillators, or I guess 6 since you craft 2 at a time. That's fine, I suppose. We'll have 1 left over. Nice. Nice. And then we'll use 15 of these protein to make alien capsules. I don't know how much we're going to need of each, but I don't want to use more than I necessarily have to. I want to keep their numbers like relatively the same. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Now 15 DNA capsules. Okay, very cool. Now let's throw this shit into the MAM. Oh, I need more beam, but we can get this. And with hostile organism detection, we'll be able to scan for enemies. Kind of the worst scan thing in the game. I mean, you pretty much know when you're fighting an enemy. But it's cool to have, I suppose, and it's just one step further to unlocking everything in the MAM, so we might as well just get it. You might as well just get it. I'll be right back with the rest of the beams that we need for this. So we can get 1 more hand slot, which would be very nice. Oh, fortunately we have a lot of beams, so I'll just take a few stacks. Alright, let's finish alien organisms as well. Come on, give it to Poppy. Thank yous. 3 trees done! We scanned so much today. Oh, the 4th hand slot. What should we put in? The rebar gun? The scanner? The coffee mug? No. As much as I would like the coffee mug, it just doesn't have like a lot of practicality to it. I want the object scanner in my hand at all times, basically. But then I also want my weapon, and to be able to chop trees down, and my boombox, but then like, what about like healing items or a gun? It's a tough choice, man. It is tough. I need more hand slots. I already need the 5th hand slot. Oh, we could get one if we started going down the sulfur tree. I could get that 5th hand slot. Oh wait, there are 6 hand slots in the game, aren't there? Because you can get one from the mycelia tree as well. That is so easy. That's literally, I could get that if I made 50 fabric. God dang it. You know what? I'm gonna try to make 50 fabric. Oh no, I'm short. Which one am I short on? Well, it's only one of these, so I'm short on biomass. Oh, that's easy, actually. I can make more biomass. I have wood on me right here. Oh, bet. Oh, this is happening. We're gonna get the 5th hand slot. It's gonna craft the biomass out of wood. Make sure to do that instead of the mycelia, since you need that to craft the fabric. And yeah, look at how much fabric we can already make. I have to make some space for it all, but we'll just put away some of the wood and the leftover biomass that we don't need. And let's craft us 50 fabric. Into the sulfur tree, no, the quartz tree, no, which, mycelia? Yes, mycelia tree. Come to daddy. There we freaking go, gamers. 5 hand slots, and in here, we're gonna put in, healing. So we have the ability to heal, multiple ways to deal damage, plus ways to have swag. We can cut down things and scan all at the same time without needing to do inventory management. Just little mouse scrolling. Love that for me. And if we had the 6th slot, we could put in a long-range weapon or a cup. Whichever you think is more important to have on hand. But for now, let's put away these biomass and alien organisms. And the mycelia again. Just back into the eternal box for you. Oh, you know what? This will actually be well worth our time. Let's get 10 more fabric to unlock the parachute. Luckily, fabric crafts kind of quick, so that's not like a super tedious process. That was only like a few seconds. Okay, back in mycelia, and let's get the parachute. Parachutes used to be different, mind you. As far as I could tell, parachutes were one-time use, but now they're more like a permanent equip that you can use forever, and that makes them a lot more useful in my opinion, because I like things that last forever. So let's just see how we can make these. It's probably an equipment. Yep, there it is. Parachute. Oh, 20 more fabric and some cable. Okay, that's pretty simple. I'll be right back with 20 more fabric. This is what we call the big nice. Come here, parachute. Yay! Now I've never actually used the parachute before, so this should be interesting. It goes onto the back. And how does it work? Maybe we should read. Slows down your fall when activated in midair. But what do they mean by that? I'm gonna save and start jumping off of things. Oh, okay, so you right click while you have it equipped, and you can just slowly descend. This is nice. And what? Was that like electricity? Or was that like thunder? What was happening there? Why did the screen flash? Y'all see that shit? I don't know, but let's try to find like a high ground here. Yeah, and then just parachute. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, boy. Slow fall. So we can actually cover some nice ground with this. Just fly. Fly as far as the eye can see until you land. Okay. Wait, why did it activate there? I didn't right click. And also, apparently you have to be like high enough, because it doesn't activate every time, and I would understand if that was the case. Activate, 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 nice, nice. So you gotta be in the air for some time. It has to detect that you've started to fall a little bit, and then also that you're decently high in the air. But it's not so bad of a requirement. And it can definitely help if you just want to go from the top of a mountain down to the floor, lickety-split, without having to build or worry about it. And it's cool that we have this now, for sure. This will open up our exploration capabilities just that much more. Hey, little R, what you got, buddy? Oh. Oh, you're sleeping with the fishies tonight. I think that's about it for what we can do right now. We could try to progress through the Caterium tree or the sulfur tree, both of which will give us some pretty nice stuff. However, this requires us to actually start, you know, utilizing sulfur and or Caterium, and I'm not sure which one I want to do first. I think we'll just do Caterium for now since it's a bit easier and doesn't require coal. Plus, the Quickwire will allow us to get other items in the shop, which is cool, like the big signs. Or, well, actually, you know, we can already build them technically if we have the crystal oscillators, which we can now make. That's just dawning on me. This is the small billboard, and that is the large billboard, as I have shown. Did I show the large one? This is fucking huge. I didn't remember it being that big, but yeah, this is big. Okay, I guess, why don't we just start doing Caterium stuff in this episode? I mean, hell, we did, you know, quartz stuff in the last one. We'll do Caterium this one. Where the hell is Caterium? That's not that far away. Hopefully it's a pretty good node. Hopefully. There's also one 1,200 meters away. I'll stick to this one. We are going to want to bring the power around though, so let's try to Find a pole? Where the frick are my poles? We'll just take from this pole, add another one over here. Or like another, like a couple of them. Alright, and we are off. Gotta rescan though. Oh, we're getting kind of close, but it's kind of like in the middle of a poison field or something. Maybe a little bit past it. Okay. Is it gonna be high ground? Please tell me it's not high ground. I would prefer it if this is on the low ground. Wait, no, not 1,300 meters or 1,900 meters. Where's the one that's right in front of me? It's on the high ground, isn't it? Boy. Well, we'll just... I guess we'll just build up from here. We'll do like a little ramp. Right there. I meant to zoop that, motherfucker. There we go. Okay, what do we got? Where is it? Oh, that is a couple dudes. Alright, I mean, well, that's pretty easy. Why don't we try using the boombox against them? Play music. And we'll turbo base this bitch. Yeah, boy, does this hurt the spawners at all? I don't think it actually kills the hatcher spawners. So while we could like infinitely kill the little flying dudes, the spawners are gonna be another thing. But that gives us some downtime here where we can just do that. Ouchies. Boombox, we have so many hand slots now. It can be hard to accurately get the thing we want sometimes. Alright, well, took a little bit of damage, but that's fine. Now we got music playing. Same song still. Alright, let's just turn that off for now. Oh, pure node! You know, I don't think I've ever actually used a pure node. The areas that I was exploring before only had like normal nodes. And oh, a slug! Don't gotta scan for this one. Just come up here and yoink it, and don't get hit by the spitter, dude. Bye! Alright, well, you know, you're a baby, I'll kill you. Ow. Thanks for your remains, love that. Okay, and then like our factory is like right over there. You can still see it. It's literally still in sightline, so this isn't too far away. Oh, I forgot to build the little miner dudes. I always forget to build the little miner dudes. Alright, workshop time. There we go. There we go. Now let's place the miner Mark II facing this way so we can go out towards our factory that way. Now we'll connect to the power grid, which we have brought over here already. Nice. 240 Caterium, or what are we gonna do with that? I haven't thought. Well, we're gonna need to smelt it since there are Caterium ingots. Unfortunately, we can't just go right from the thing. But how do you make a Caterium ingot? Oh, that's less good. The other ingot recipes were 1-to-1, but the Caterium ingot is, you know, 1.5 times the amount of ore for 0.5 times the amount of ingot, unfortunately. It's a pretty shit recipe. 45 divided by... Let's divide 45 by 240. See what we can do. Well, you know what? What I have just figured out is that we could run 6 of these all at 45 because I did the quick maths, right? And if we overclock this machine to do 270... Oh. Right. I've forgotten a pure node, one little thing can bring it all the way up to 360. Okay, that's not what I want. What if we just did 270 since that's the highest belt we can use right now? Mark III. And if you divide 270 by 45, you end up with 6. So we could have 6 smelters, giving us a total of... How many ingots is that? 15 times 6. What is that? It's 90? Yeah, 90. And the way that I do math in my head is that I think like, oh, 15 times 2, that's 30. So then, you know, 30 times 3 is 90, and also 15 times 2, that's just 15 times 2 times 3, or 15 times 6. And yes, my brain does that calculation in like half a second. But it's just like the little mental shortcuts I take to get to bigger numbers. I also do that thing where it's like, oh, well, what's 23 times 7? Well, that's easy if you do it like by little chunks. So what's 3 times 7? 21. And then what's 20 times 7? 140. Then you just add them up. 140 plus 21, you get 161. So the answer, 23 times 7, is 161. And that works every time. So if you have like 38 times 5, then all you need to do is do 30 times 5 and 8 times 5. You add up the totals and then that's your total. Math really isn't as hard as everybody makes it out to be. They just don't know the shortcuts and all the secrets. But anyways, enough with that. Let's set up this factory. And I don't think I want to build it up here. Although, I mean, I guess we could bring the stuff down. Yeah, I guess we could do that. So let's delete the smelter. And, I don't know, make a floor up here or something like that. I don't exactly have a lot of concrete. I've been kind of been burning through it with all the foundations I've been making. So let's try to do this. Oh, it's kind of rocky up here. Okay. I'll find a spot. What if we just, like, branch off from this and just do, like, a separate little sky factory over here? Oh, and I am out of concrete. I'll be right back. I'll get more concrete. Wait, my parachute opened there without me pressing the right click. I don't know how that works exactly. Oh, wait, is it spacebar for activation? I think it's actually spacebar for activation. Yeah, okay, it wasn't right click. Sorry, I misinformed y'all. It's spacebar. That's on me there. No wonder I thought the controls were a little wonky. I thought there was like some sort of activation required. You do have to be like in the air for a little bit, but then once it detects like, oh, you're actually falling now, then you can let it go. Yeah, that's better than I thought. Okay, spacebar instead of right click, my bad. Wait, where am I storing concrete? Oh, right, over there. Whoops, I'm getting sections of the factory confused now, because we actually have a big enough factory for that to happen. Anything from good old Lil R? God damn it, Lil R. My plan for you is almost complete. I just need access to lights. Oh, there's a yellow power slug in that poison over there. And some hogs. I think I'm just gonna go and just, grab that little dude. Hey there, friend. Thank you. Nobody's killing me except for this poison. Yep, pretty simple. Blade runners make that a quick in-out operation. Love that. Okay, and now we have all the foundations we need to make this platform a big boy. Just give ourselves plenty of space here and make it kind of biggish. Okay, that's probably enough. So what did we say we needed? 6 smelters? Okay, 6 smelters it is. Wait, we don't even know the conversion rate from smelters to constructors. Let's figure that out first. So what we're going to be making is Quickwire. And I just realized we can't even make Quickwire yet. We still need more, Caterium. I don't know if we need ore or ingots, but let's start making ingots as well. We'll just set up the constructors that we need. So it was 6 of them. Okay, we've got space. We'll just do right over here with constructor number 1 lined up perfectly on this one. No, that's okay. Little overzealous there. We kind of overshot that, but just take it slow and careful. Slowly and carefully. Oh, we need more space on each side. Here, we'll build this out one more thingy. No, don't activate the goddamn parachute. Not right now, dang it. There we go. And then the 6th constructor will be there, so I have room to weave in and out. Oh, whoops. Gosh darn it, why don't I have some, like, you know, advisor looking over my shoulder telling me, no, it's not constructors, idiot, we needed smelters. Okay then, take 2 on this. And there we go, 6 smelters. Okay, all better. All these smelters will be set to Caterium with no changes to the recipe, just regular 100%. Nice, and just to make sure, we have this overclocked to 270. Any higher and we'd just be wasting power for no reason. Now we take out the Mark III belts. And we'll take the line of stuff around here. Just right through the rock, cause why not? Alright. And we'll bring it right into the middle of these constructors. And then we'll split it right here. Right in the middle of this. Right there. Okay, I probably should have planned this out ahead of time. But then from here, they will split into 2 more splitters. One right, I believe there? No. One further than that. My bad. Right there. Yes. one splitter right here, and one splitter right over here. Lined up like that. And we'll just, if you remember this design, this is more of like a load balance setup where we kind of like fork off the belts a couple times. Okay, grab the thing, in you go. And then we'll just do nice 90-degree turns here, like that. And over here. Doing the same shit. Boop, boop. Easy. And then now we'll just use Mark 1 belts, since we only need an input of 45 a minute per thing. So we'll do Mark 1 belts in for each of these 6 machines. Okay, easy enough. Okay, nice. 6 inputs of 45 each. And it is all good in this hood. And if you're wondering if this can support that, I mean, yeah, it's using up the 270 exactly. And the 270 is being split there into 2 lines of 135 each. And lo and behold, what's 45 times 3? 135. So yeah, it all works out. Ain't no problems with my setup, baby. All right, and then these just need power. And then we can start mass producing the ingots, or, well... if you consider 90 a minute mass producing, quote unquote. Yeah, let's just get them set up. Okay, where is the power grid? I have a pole. Do I not have a pole on the high ground? Oh, I didn't. Okay. Well, that's a simple fix. We'll just drag one up here and put it right on the thingy. And we'll bring it this way. Kind of weave them over here. And do a little like this. Oh, that's clean. That is clean, baby. I am super clean. I'm always clean with my wiring. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I've never been bad at wiring my things. Watch, now somebody's gonna go and make a compilation of every single time I've had shitty spaghetti wiring. And we can't do anything with this since we can't make Quickwire yet. And let's see what it actually takes to unlock the ability to make Quickwire. Under the Caterium tree, we need 50 ingots, so I have to wait until I get 50 total ingots here, which, shouldn't be too long. They'll be done any moment now, since we have, yeah, I think they're already kind of done, maybe? Oh yeah, we're good, we're good. In fact, I have a few extra. So now we take these and plop them into this for Quickwire, yay! What does that unlock in the next part? Oh. It unlocks nothing but the ability to make Caterium electronics. And with Quickwire, we can now make stun rebar, get a zip line, and do other things. I would like to end the episode here, because this editing is going to be a bitch. But, yeah, let's just keep going. Now that we have the ability to make Quickwire, let's see what that is like. What's the recipe? You'll find it right here, right next to the regular wire in electronics. And it's 12 ingots a minute for 60 Quickwire. That is a 1:5 ratio. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. And that is the only thing that you can make with Caterium ingots for, like, the entire game. I can't think of like a single other thing that uses Caterium ingots, unless I'm just forgetting something like a silly, but yeah, nothing else for right now at least, for sure. So they're all going to this. And how many are we making a minute? 90. Okay, so we're making 90, and how do we divide 90 by 12? Well, we don't exactly, because that's 7.5. We can't use half of a machine, so this recipe doesn't exactly work out for us entirely. We need a way to divide 90. But we're kind of running out of power shards, and I was thinking we could just throw in a power shard, up this to 15 a minute, usage that is, or, wait, would 36 a minute work? I think it would, yeah. Yeah, if we had this to 18 per minute, then that's 36, 72, and then for 5 machines, we could use up all 90 ingots. And then get a lot of Quickwire, Jesus. That would be like 450 Quickwire. I don't know what the plan is here. I want to not use my shards for now, so we'll try to underclock, actually, although that will require a lot more space. If we went for 50 a minute, that would only eat up 10 ingots, and then we could easily divide that by 9, right? 90 by 10 is 9 machines, but that's That's 9 machines. I really wish you could divide 90 by 12. I wish math was different, damn it. You could do 7 machines at 12 per minute, so 100% speed, and then 1 overclocked to like 18, right? Yeah? Yeah, you could do that, but you'd only be saving the space of 1 machine, and then you're wasting 1 energy shard just because you don't want to make it one thing wider. Interesting. So I don't know what we're going to do right now. I do know that I want to throw away this Caterium ore that I don't need, though. And then, I guess we're building 9 constructors. I guess that's what we're doing. All right, so we have the width for 6, 7, 8, but I want more space. So if I build out 2, 1 more, maybe 7, 8. I'll make it like a couple wider on each side, I think. So first off, I'll put these over here, and the first thing we should do is merge them all into the same line. And since we need 90, we'll be using a Mark II belt to do that. So we will grab it from this side, because, you know, might as well just pick a side, doesn't really matter. Line that up, turn it around. The unnecessary merger, we love those. We love these here. All my homies love the unnecessary merger. And we will mark one out. Okay. Mark one out for everything, since we're only producing 15 a minute on each machine. This one will be 15, 30. And then that will become 45. And then that will become 60. So now we upgrade to Mark II belts. 75 and 90, and the 90 export hole right there. Got it. 90 ingots a minute on this belt, which we will then take to 9 constructors, which we have set up. We're gonna want space right there. So right here is where the constructors will be. And I think maybe we can start it right here. I'll see what we can do, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, we do need to use that other spot because we're out of space on this side. So, 9. There we go. Then we're gonna want each of these set to Quickwire at 100%. So I will just copy and paste all of these and be right back. Okay, so every one of them is good now. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, no, shit. I forgot we're not using the base recipe here. Thank God I caught this early. We're only supposed to be using 10 per minute. How did we get that exactly? We wanted to make 50 a minute? Yes, okay. So we need to copy this 83.3333 speed. Copy. And I will paste it on all of them again. I just know somebody in the comments was like, no, dude, hold on, you're gonna fuck it up. And you know, I appreciate your enthusiasm for helping out, but I figured it out all on my own, like a good little, like a smart Rara. And I'm going to expand the thing out one more, like that, so that we actually have the space to move this out a little, turn it around, that whole thing, the whole good. Okay, and then before we do that, we'll split down the splitters, the splitters. I love lining up the splitters. This is, I've probably said this before, but this is easily my favorite part of any build. I just love hopping into each thing and placing the splitters down with the grid. It's so nice. Okay, since we are using 10 per minute, we can mark one in, since that's not very much at all. Just go back and mark one in. And the blade runners make this so much easier. Life without them is hell, but life with them, oh, that's heaven on earth. And we drag the Mark II in. And you know what? In fact, from here, let's actually use Mark III belts to just rush them down the line faster for better travel time. I think that'd be pretty smart of us to do. And you know, there's a lot of players out there who, like, once they get a higher tier belt, they just don't use the lower tier ones ever. But I think, like, you know, especially when you're early on and starting out, you don't have, like, all the resources in the world. It's not a terrible idea to just, like, think about which belts you're using. Because, yeah, you could theoretically just use Mark III belts for everything, including all inputs, exit holes, and everything, but we don't need it, you know? You don't need to use a Mark III belt to put in 10 items a minute. That's kind of overkill, I think. And you know, as long as you like kind of think about your builds and plan them out at least a little bit, it's not too hard to you know, to utilize each belt properly rather than just spamming the highest tier that you currently have. But theoretically, there is also no problem with that, so I won't judge anybody. I will just say, like, there's really no need. But anyways, little side tangent aside, let's connect these all to power now. We will grab this pole over here, bring it out to here. Nice. And then we will just run it here, where it will then go into this. This is clean. This is clean wiring right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you do it. Then you do right there. I know somebody in the comments is gonna be proud of me for this. And then we'll just I try to make it so that each one of them can be in the middle of two constructors like this and that. You know, so it's just like a few over. Bada bing, bada boom. And then last one over here is just perfectly right there. Yay! Pretty clean, if I do say so myself. And that will give us a whopping total of, we have 9 constructors times 50, 450 Quickwire a minute. Which, now that I say that out loud, is kind of a problem. Just a little bit. But you know what? It's actually not a problem, and here's why. Because, and if I could build out the floor a little bit more so that we actually had space to store this stuff. Let me just do that. Okay, because the industrial storage thingies right here, they have 2 input holes and 2 exit holes. Or output, what, you know, whatever you want to say, input, output, whatever. The point is that you could put in 2 different holes. So we can do 2 lines of 270 rather than 1 line of 450, which we can't tolerate right now. So let's try to get this like in the middle of all of them. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'd be this one. Oh, how are we gonna do this? That'll be a line of 250, and that'll be a line of 200. Yes. So we'll try to get that like kind of in the middle of both. We'll have that be the cutoff point. Or, yeah, we'll set it down right here. I think that'll work. So industrial storage, right here. Yep. And then these first 4 will merge facing this way. This one wants to face directly into the thing. So we'll try to get this lined up the right way. There we go. And so they're putting out 50 a minute. That's a Mark 1 belts. And this will be taking a Mark 3 belt on the entrance here. Nice. And then for the rest of them, we want mergers facing into this merger. Okay. Mark 1, Mark 1, Mark 1. And then Mark 3's down the line. Like that. So that's the first one, right? That's 200 Quickwire a minute right there. And then we will do the same thing here, but have the merger end up right here facing... How should we do this? You know what? I've got it. Okay, yeah, it'll face this way. Like there. Mark 1 in. Okay. Then we'll set up all the other mergers first so we can get this out of the way. Nice. And we've set up all the entrance holes. And then the Mark 3 belts. Okay, and then this will take the remaining 250 Quickwire a minute and import it into there when we do a thing. I kind of have an idea for how this is going to work. So my first idea is this. Here, we'll place, let me see, some stackable conveyor poles right over here. On top of that, like this. And then I will get a Mark III belt to go right into the thing, right? And now we just got to get this over there, which I'm thinking we just take a Mark III conveyor lift, right? Turn it that away. And if that is good, then it should be a clean 90-degree turn. Yes, it is. Perfect. Love that for me. That is pretty clean, if I do say so myself. That's a pretty good build. So this is 450 Quickwire a minute. This is what it looks like in the back with our forking kind of load balance little setup here. But it's not, since they're totally full, and it's basically a glorified manifold anyways. Then here's like the little middle part with all the mergers and constructors, or splitters. I cannot talk today. And then the little exit part. Yay! And this is gonna fill up fast. Like regular wire, they can stack into 500, but we're making 450 a minute, so that's almost a full stack every minute. And there's only, what is that, 8 times, there's only 48, right, yeah, 48 storage compartments here. So in less than an hour, this should be completely full, which is a pretty, that is fast. That is fast. But yeah, now we have tons of Quickwire to do whatever the frack we want. So let's go unlock some stuff in the MAM and then call this long episode a long episode. I'm gonna leave this, but that is our Quickwire factory for now. And to kind of give you all a better perspective as to where everything is in the world, Quickwire factory is right there, right? And our main factory is right here with all of our beginner like iron stuff and like the coal power. So you know, it's just here to there. That's the Caterium, pretty close by. And then obviously, you know, from here we have the iron factory, and then the copper and the limestone stuff right there. And then right from here to there we have the steel stuff. So it's all kind of like within the same square-ish area. And then way over that mountain, across the pond, up a hill in the distance over there, down a thing, that's where our quartz is at, like right around that direction. There's like a whole quartz setup that we did last episode. Can I unlock things with Quickwire? I can. But this is just like a little node that lets me go further into the tree. Ooh. Yeah, we can... Bullet guidance system will give us homing rifle ammo? That's a funny thing, game, because we don't even have rifles. You're kind of spoiling us a little bit on stuff we don't own yet. But let's just get the Power Pole Mark II with a little bit more, you know, Quickwire. Oh, and Power Pole Mark III if we go down that route. Oh, we can get more stuff. But I think we'll get that other stuff in the next episode of Satisfactory, because this is gonna be a long one. But yeah, now we're utilizing iron, copper, Caterium, quartz, and steel, which is just more iron. So yeah, oh, and also limestone. Did I say limestone? I don't know. We're utilizing pretty much every node that we can right now, except for sulfur. Maybe that'll happen in the next one. I don't know. Let's scan, actually, for some sulfur. I should end the episode. I should not be scanning for sulfur right now. God dang it. I love Satisfactory. I want to keep playing. How much of the power grid are we using? Oh. Somehow, even with all these factories going, we still are not breaking 300 consumption on like our thing. I guess it's because we're all full on a lot of the iron and copper stuff already, so the machines aren't all running. But our max consumption is up to 472. So we are kind of getting there, and when we get to about 560 or higher, then let's expand the power grid, why don't we? But like I said, episode's ending. I've been Rara. That's all future stuff, and I'll see you in the next episode of Satisfactory. Why do I have to stop playing this glorious game? God damn it. Yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.